So I'm in conversation with Mr. Swapnil Joshi, who's a very well-known Marathi film actor, also Gujarati now. I mean, apart from Bollywood, of course, he's got a lot of films that he's done in Bollywood as well. His film with Manasi Parekh, Shubhchintak, is going to hit UAE tomorrow, and he's going to be in UAE with her as well. So welcome to UAE, first of all, and congratulations on the film.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
So have you come to Dubai before? Have you visited
Oh,
Dubai?
very many times. I mean, very many times. Dubai is almost like a lot of my family lives there. A lot of my friends live there. A
Okay.
lot of my friends like family live there. So a
Okay.
lot of people I know in Dubai. It's
Hmm.
also one of my most favorite destinations in the world to come just
Just to chill.
anytime I just feel a little low or I just need a break just to chill. I think it's one of the most amazing places in the world.
What do you do when you come to Dubai?
Oh, there's so much to do in Dubai.
Always.
From your cafes to shopping to the malls to
Yeah.
all the experiences that you get in Dubai, be it the Dubai Creek or any, there's so much to do. And
Yeah.
every time I come to Dubai, I feel like I'm coming to Dubai for the first time because
Because it's something new
uh,
all the time to
some
offer.
new attraction has opened up. Yeah, some new roads have opened up, and
Yeah.
some new connections have happened, and the metro started, and this line has expanded. So it's an ever evolving, ever expanding city and an experience is what I feel.
Right. One knows you largely with Marathi cinema and of course Bollywood, but you've done Gujarati plays before. Is this your first Gujarati film?
It's my first Gujarati film, yes.
And how are you comfortable with the language? Is it because you grew up in Mumbai and Gujaratis are around you? How did you pick up Gujarati?
No, I studied in an English medium school, which was essentially a Parsi managed school.
Ah,
I
okay.
studied in the Behramji Jijubai Parsi Charitable Institute. So, and Parsi and Gujarati are like sisters, is what I
Yeah,
feel,
yeah. Parsis are.
linguistically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Uh, yes. The sound is almost similar.
right.
So I grew up the first formidable years of my life. I grew with all my Parsi friends. I'm still friends with most of them. So
Okay.
उस वक्त उनसे बात फारसी में होती थी वो पारसी में बात करते थे तो सुनना समझना everything was mostly in Parsi language. So
Okay.
I always kind of picked up Gujarati from there.
Some
So my
Parsis. Very
roots go there.
interesting.
Are you a Parsi?
No. People would call you that.
Oh, okay, no. Sorry.
People would ask you if you're a Parsi. Are you asking
A
me?
lot of people ask me.
Okay.
A lot of people ask me that I'm a Parsi. A lot of people think I'm a Parsi.
Because maybe आपके लहजे
Not so much now.
लहजे में
हाँ,
होगा.
not so much now because now people know I'm a Maharashtrian, but वो
Yeah.
लहजे में है and I think it's one of the sweetest communities in the world, in
Yeah.
the whole wide world.
Yeah.
Extremely fond of Parsis.
And they have a history, right, of coming to Gujarat so many years ago, settling in near Surat,
Yes,
speaking the
yes,
language,
yes,
adopting Iranian
yes, yes.
by origin. It's quite interesting. Uh,
It is. So the Gujarati comes from there, or the fluency in Gujarati comes from there.
from childhood. So it was very easy for you to adapt. And you've also been part of Gujarati theatre, if I'm not wrong. Have you done?
No, I've actually never done Gujarati theatre.
Okay.
Again, Gujarati theatre is it's a very enriched platform.
Hmm.
But I've not been a part of any Gujarati play, so
Okay.
to speak.
So tell me, how did Shubchintak happen and then the story ahead?
So Mansi and me are very old friends, and we are absolutely mutual admirers of each other's work.
Okay.
And when she got the National Award for Kutch Express, I congratulated her. We've been in touch off and on.
Hmm.
And about year and a half ago, we met at Fiki that happens in Mumbai,
Hmm.
Fiki Frames.
Right.
There was a panel discussion about regional cinema, and Mansi was representing Gujarati cinema, and I was representing Marathi cinema.
Okay.
And we met and we got talking, and I said some amazing things happening in Gujarati cinema, and she said the same thing about Marathi. And we kept discussing both kinds of cinema, Gujarati and Marathi.
Hmm.
And in the conversation, it stuck both of us. She said कि अगर कुछ अच्छा गुजराती में लेके आऊँ तू करेगा क्या? I said of course मैं करूँगा, and vice versa.
Hmm.
And we left the conversation there. But a few months later, she actually called me and she
Okay.
said, are you really serious about what you said? I said, of course I am. She said,
Hmm.
I have a brilliant script. Me and Parthiv were producing it. I wanted to hear it.
Acha.
So that's how the journey started. Then, of course, I heard the script and I thought it's a fabulous script.
Hmm.
I have seen a few Gujarati films, Helaro and Kutch
Yeah,
Express and
yeah,
Jamkudi
yeah, yeah.
and Gold Cherry and I've seen quite a few Gujarati films, and I think last few years Gujarati cinema is making all the right noises.
Yes.
So I thought that if I have to step into a new universe, I
Hmm.
need to do it with people I trust and people I am comfortable with.
Right.
And Mansi and Parthiv are definitely those people.
Hmm.
And the script was great. The director has done a fab job. Nisarg Vaidya is the director.
Hmm.
And here we are. The film is released, and now Deepa ji is taking the film to UAE, Deepa Bharat,
Right.
and
Yes, Deepa Bharat.
through her company.
Yes.
And Deepa ji is, I think, so it's not just one show or two shows. Deepa ji is being kind enough that the film is releasing from June 6th, and
Yes.
it's going to run like a regular theatrical release, which I
Absolutely.
think is a very interesting thing to happen.
No, I think it's important also because if you look at it, a lot of cinema today is not necessarily Bollywood. It not necessarily be mainstream Hindi cinema. There is a lot of, I think, regional cinemas taking its due, I think, getting its due after a very long time, despite Bollywood going to be the canonical, it's going to be around. But these voices, I wanted to now ask you about regional cinema, how important it is, and what are the stories that are different than usually see in a large Bollywood film. Is there more soul to does regional cinema have more soul?
I think we have more stories to tell.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Uh, Without taking away anything from Bollywood, I think Bollywood
Yeah.
has shown us the way all
Yeah.
these years.
Yeah.
But I think the last few years, regional cinema has more stories to tell. And even if you see Bollywood films or Hindi cinema that's working, they're mostly regional stories. Like Stree is a
Yeah.
gaon ki kahani hai. There's
Yeah.
a folklore around
Not
it. There's a
mainstream.
regional,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, there's a regional
Touch to it.
aura to the entire universe that they have built.
Right.
तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि हम जितना अंदर जाएंगे ना उतनी हमको कहानियां मिलेंगी. इट्स अ
Mm.
वेरी फिलोसॉफिकल लाइन. इट मींस हम अपने दिल में झांकेंगे इन द स्पिरिचुअल सेंस ऑफ द टर्म,
Right.
एंड हम जितने इंटीरियर्स में जाएंगे इन द ज्योग्राफिकल सेंस ऑफ द टर्म. अगर
Right.
हमको आगे बढ़ना है हमको पीछे जाना पड़ेगा. एंड बाय पीछे आई मीन डीपर, डीप
Right.
डाउन टू आवर
Deep down into
कल्चर,
your cultures.
टू
Yeah.
आवर स्टोरीज.
Right.
So Marathi cinema will tell you stories about Marathi culture
Hmm.
and Marathi literature and Marathi writers and Marathi folklore.
Yeah.
Gujarati cinema will try to do the same about Gujarati and so on and so forth. And I think South Indian cinema has in the last few years
Malayalam especially.
proved that this theory works.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you tell rooted stories
Yeah.
and then when you mount them like a biggie, then it
Mm.
really works.
Right. Yeah. Drishyam being an example of it, which went across the world, not just Bahubali
A
being an.
lot of it,
Yeah.
even abroad. If you see technically, Money Heist is a regional show.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's it's
And it went
it's
across the world.
specific to a particular region, but we correct. Squid Games is technically a regional show,
Right.
but consumed all over the world with much fanfare because everybody loved that story because it belonged to them. The
Right.
morals, the values, the ethics, the entire system of living
Hmm.
is very regional to that specific region, and the world
Right.
wants to see कि वहाँ क्या हो रहा है.
Right. But when you cater to a world audience, how much of your own authentic voices do you have to alter, or do you not have to alter?
I see. I think it's a very individual choice. For me, the choice is to not alter it at all.
Hmm.
Because अगर मैं बॉलीवुड जैसी मराठी फिल्म बनाऊं तो वो तो बॉलीवुड बना ही रहा है.
Hmm. It's
वो मेरी फिल्म
Bollywood is
देखने क्यों
anyway
आएंगे?
what? It's all technicians come from all around India. It is generally it's a space where it the writer is probably from Maharashtra, the actor is from the north. I mean, it's not like you can compare it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And we have much less resources to tell a story.
Hmm.
Even today, a Marathi cinema or a Gujarati cinema has very minimal resources compared to a mainstream Bollywood film to tell a story.
Yeah.
So then we have to work harder, is what I feel, to make sure that the story is
Hmm.
worth your attention, because otherwise your attention span is very less. I
Right.
don't have the kind of budgets to take the story to the whole world and advertise about it and yell from rooftops ki ye picture dekho. I don't have the budgets to do that.
Right.
Then my story better be
Good. Because
top
that's your
notch so
selling
that
point.
uh, correct. And then I will take the help of word of mouth for my story to reach,
Hmm. Right.
which happened with the Kantara, right? Like
Yeah.
initially Kantara came to us, at least to me, somebody recommended the film to me.
Right, right.
Okay, have you seen this film? It's brilliant. And then eventually it became big.
Hmm. Right. Also, regional voices and the stars from regional cinema have also bring in, I think they come in with a lot of, not the baggage of being performing for a Bollywood film. So when it's a regional cinema, I think your approach to it, is it any
Yeah,
different?
yes, it is because also you have to please a smaller audience. No? When
Hmm.
you make a Bollywood film, you have to please the entire
Huh.
country, and it releases in about 100 plus other countries. So
Hmm.
there's a lot larger audience to please.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So the compulsions are a lot bigger to
Right.
please everybody. Uh, Regional cinema that way is has the freedom to and the choice to tell their own stories because
Right.
comparatively a smaller audience to please.
Also, state-wise, there are certain issues which are only those people will know. It's a very like slang, the use of language,
Yes,
the use of
yes,
dialect
yes,
is very specific to that part of the world. So, how did you adapt
absolutely.
to that? How did you adapt to that? Because language is such an important mode of cinema in terms of even the dialects used.
So I so what we did was when me and Nisarg got talking, the director and me.
Yeah.
So I asked him, "Ki, where do you see this cop from? Why have you cast me and why not any other actor?"
Mm-hmm.
And he said that we wanted Mansi and him wanted the cop to not have any baggage in that particular cinema. तो आपको उसको देख के you don't have any precedent कि ये अच्छा आदमी है या बुरा आदमी है because आप उसको पहली बार देख रहे हो
And
and
cop
that was the
कभी हो
requirement of the
सकता है.
story.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand. Yeah.
So that and so then me and Nisar got talking. We did a lot of workshops. Mansi and me and the entire cast did a lot of workshops. कि
Hmm.
ये कॉप कहाँ का होगा इसकी बैकग्राउंड क्या होगी so is he from so if you see the film I have used बीच बीच में I have used Marathi
Hmm.
because in
That is your
Gujarat in
original.
Baroda
Yeah.
Vadodara correct so Vadodara में there are a lot of Maharashtrians who are born and brought up in Gujarat
I belong to
so
Baroda.
their mother tongue is Marathi correct so you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah, yeah.
तो तिथे मराठी बोलतात घरात पण
Hmm.
बाहेर गेल्यावर ते गुजराती बोलतात
Right.
कारण त्यांची मातृभाषा मराठी आहे
Hmm.
पण ते बाहेर गुजराती आहेत सो
Yeah.
देन वी सेड की लेट्स मेक दिस कॉप फ्रॉम वडोद मे बी इज फ्रॉम वडोदरा
Hmm. Because he can speak both
मे
languages very easily.
करेक्ट ही कैन स्पीक बोथ सो even in the film I've used बीच बीच में to sprinkle I've used Marathi at the right places and at the so
Right.
it just adds that
Charm.
quirk to the character.
Hmm.
It just
Fahad
makes him
Fas
sharper.
Yeah, Fahad Fasil played a cop in one Hindi film. So there is always this element, even Mohanlal played one. So there are, you know,
Correct,
it is interesting that,
correct,
and the character of a cop itself is very, the regionality is not as important as the power and the position or the case he's coming
correct,
to unfold. So, uh,
correct. Also,
what,
a
yeah,
film like Shubchintak is a cat and mouse film.
ah, yeah, it's a
So
thriller.
then to be able to play the cat, yeah, to be able to play the cat who's running after the mouse to catch the mouse is a lot of fun.
Right. And in Gujarati cinema, you don't find this kind of experiment. I mean, I'm sure
Hmm.
there are experiments, but this kind of cinema has not been explored largely, right? It because I,
Yes, I'm
I
told that
remember.
it's the first. It's the first of its kind in Gujarati cinema.
Yeah, because I remember growing up in Gujarat, and I know that a lot of Mahesh Kanodia, Naresh Kanodia films were, very rural background films used to happen for a very long time, till the actual modernization of what we see today as Gujarati cinema took over. I've had the chance to interview all the earlier stars as well, and it's interesting to see this because this is slicker, younger, relatable today kind of a story. And at the same time, keeping the essence of the regionality alive. Marathi cinema has done this a, a long time ago, probably, compared to.
Yes, yes,
So
yes, yes.
it's interesting to see how cinema is cinema wherever you see it, and it's nice
Perfect.
to see regional voices because I believe uh, a lot of regional stars play smaller roles in Bollywood films, but in their own space, they probably are superstars. So. Uh, you are one of those leading people from Marathi cinema who, and then in Bollywood, it's a different kind of an actor. You play a role there. And here it is a different thing. So how do you negotiate both these spaces? Does it bother you or it's okay as an actor?
No, it's absolutely okay as an actor. Honestly, I've not done a lot of Bollywood films. I've
Hmm.
hardly done one film in
You've
Hindi
done television and you
and
started out with,
television, a lot of television, a lot
yeah,
of television. So, for me, uh, telling good stories is very important as an actor. I also produce films in Marathi. So,
right.
even when I produce films that I don't act in,
Hmm.
the story needs to be compelling enough for me to be able to wanting to tell it against all odds.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know,
Story is the hero.
मतलब ऐसा या तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि if a story doesn't let you sleep over a period of time, then that story needs to be told.
Right, right.
And that's what I believe in, even when I choose my scripts as an actor and as a producer. There
Hmm.
are films that I produce where I don't act in
Hmm.
Marathi.
Hmm.
Even those stories, see, as long as you're not compelled to tell the story,
Hmm.
I feel, at least for me, there's no drive to be a part of it in
Right,
whichever capacity.
right.
So,
So how do you choose a script? What is that which moves you? What is something that you would produce?
so the first, for me, at least for me, the chronology is first the subject, the content,
Hmm. Hmm.
then the team that is associated with the content. Because बहुत बार क्या होता है कि बहुत अच्छी कहानी है लेकिन वो कहानी बता कौन रहा है.
Hmm.
I very humbly and very I'm an actor, I'm a hero.
Hmm.
But having said that, I very humbly believe that films is not a hero medium.
Hmm.
It's a writer director medium.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's a content driven. At least in last few years and आने वाले 10 साल, content is going to work.
Yeah. Right.
तो मुझे genuinely ऐसा लगता है कि then first is the content, कि script क्या है.
Hmm.
Second is बना कौन रहा है.
Hmm.
कौन ये कहानी कहने वाला है, डायरेक्टर कौन है, राइटर कौन है, किसके नजर से हम इस कहानी को देखने वाले हैं.
Hmm.
देन इज द टीम, मेरे को एक्टर्स क्या है, सेटअप क्या है,
Hmm.
एंड देन एवरीथिंग एल्स फॉलोज.
Right. 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 Okay. And any of your films, I mean, we'll talk about your films much later. We'll talk about Shubchintak right now. Uh, about the film, the trailer looks very interesting. It's look very slick. It looks very slick and all. What can you tell us more about your character, which is allowed, so that people get
So
more?
he, yeah, unfortunately, because it's a thriller,
Yeah.
we face this issue in every interview. There's so much to tell, there's so much to
Yeah.
discuss, but unfortunately, till you see the film, there's not much I can reveal.
Right. Right. Which is
But the name of the character is Vishwas,
hmm.
and his tagline is that Vishwas par Vishwas rakho.
Ah, okay. So he
Like,
plays on the word.
have faith in Vishwas.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he's a sharp cop. He's
Hmm.
a go-getter. He's a no-nonsense guy.
Hmm.
He's always called by the top tier in the state whenever there's panic in their lives.
Hmm.
He works above the scope of the law, and he
Right.
also works below the scope of the law. So
Okay.
he's a gray cop.
Mm-hmm.
उसको मालूम है कि ये कौन सा काम लीगली करना है और कौन सा काम लीगैलिटी में नहीं बैठेगा, लेकिन काम तो करना है.
Hmm.
बट ही somebody जो काम करके आएगा. If
Right.
he's assigned a job, then his job is to get the job done at whatever the cost.
Right.
So he'll not think of ethics, he'll not think of rules, he'll not think of what's right or wrong, he'll not think of a legitimate way to get the job done. He'll say, I'll get the job done. Don't ask me how I've got it done.
Hmm. Okay.
And
And
a high profile case happens, and he's assigned that case. And
hmm.
what happens is the film.
Okay. Also about Mansi, she is so multi-talented. It's not just she's a singer, she's an actor, she's a producer. There are different roles to her. And so while you were making the film, what were the roles she played apart from being an actor?
Oh, I think she's a multitasker.
Yeah.
That she's a fab actor is a given because she's won the national award.
Yes.
It's technically the highest honor
Yes.
that you can win for a film.
And three awards,
Uh,
three national awards for that.
and yes, three national awards for Kutch Express. So, and Mansin Parthiv and the company that they have, Soul Sutra, I think they're consistently telling different stories. They're
Mhm.
consistently making different kinds of cinema. They're very, as producers, I feel they're very fearless. And it's
Hmm.
very important to be fearless when you're wanting to tell a story.
Right.
I've never seen them getting bogged down by financial constraints, और they're like कि नहीं यार ये पिक्चर बनानी है, ऐसे चाहिए, ऐसे बनाएंगे,
Hmm.
ये जरूरी है, हाँ ये करते हैं.
Hmm.
Mansi is a brilliant singer, but I think she's a very I think she handles all these four things. One of the other things that you missed that she's a hands-on mother.
Yeah.
I have
Correct.
seen her between takes. She'll call up home. She'll say, "निर्वी ने क्या खाया? ये बना दो. उसको दो फुलके मत देना. उसको एक ही फुलका देना." So I have seen her कि इतने काम के बीच में भी she'll go open her phone. She'll check her camera.
Hmm.
सीसीटीवी की निर्वी क्या कर रही है और वो ये रूम से ये रूम में क्यों बाहर आई है, उसको वो रूम में बिठाओ, उसको बोलो कि पढ़ाई करे. सो
Hmm.
इट्स नॉट इजी फॉर अ वुमन टू डू दैट.
Yes.
And and I think Parthiv and Mansi have a very cohesive energy as producers and as partners also. Of course, they're married and
Yeah.
they've known each other for the longest time, but even as producers, I think they complement each other. तो जो मानसी का weaker sections होंगे वो शायद पार्थिव brings that to the table.
Hmm. Hmm.
And जो पार्थिव का थोड़ा 19-20 होगा वो मानसी. So I think
They
together
complement.
they do a fab job. They complement each other, and I think she's a brilliant producer, extremely professional,
Hmm.
extremely competent, and extremely passionate about making cinema.
Right. Also, there is, apart from the fact that she's all of this together, tell me about the film, her film that you've liked the most till now. What is your favorite Mansi film?
My favorite Mansi film is Jamkudi because
Ah,
I'm more of a commercial guy. I love song and dance kind of cinema. I
mm-hmm.
am very song and dance kind of a hero or
Right.
an actor. So
Hmm.
Jamkudi, I think, was the film played to the gallery and how.
Hmm.
I mean, it had everything that you want from a great masala entertainer.
Okay. Right. My last question is, we're looking at the title of the film, who has been the Shubchintak of your life?
Oh, there are many Shubchintaks. Of course, very cliche answer, but my family is my Shubchintak.
Hmm.
My business partners are my Shubchintaks. But I think by far my biggest Shubchintaks have been my audiences because it's almost been 4 decades and they've consistently stood by me.
Mm-hmm.
I've made some great choices as an actor. I've made some poor choices as an actor, but they've always stood by me and loved me nonetheless and
Right.
brought me till here. So I think my greatest Shubchintaks are my audiences.
Right. And what would you tell the UAE about the film, which is releasing tomorrow?
Oh, please come. It's releasing from the 6th of June onwards. And me and Mansi are coming to UAE uh, to be a part of the first day of celebrations.
Right.
And so मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ कि जब तक फिल्म नहीं आती तब तक वो फिल्म मेकर की होती है. जिस दिन फिल्म रिलीज हो जाती है उस दिन से वो पिक्चर ऑडियंस की हो जाती है.
Right.
सो जैसे हम पिक्चर में एक दूसरे के शुभचिंतक हैं,
Right.
તમે બધા અમારા શુભચિંતક છો હવે, એટલે તમે બધા आओ ને પ્લીઝ બી आवर शुभचिंतक इन थिएटर्स. एंड जैसे इंडिया में पिक्चर हाउसफुल के बोर्ड्स लगा रही है,
Hmm.
वैसे ही लेट दिस बी अ roaring success in the UAE. And special thanks to all the organizers and the entire team of everybody who's behind this and helping us, the sponsors and everybody who's helping us take the film there. Deepa ji again, I'd like to mention her name and her company.
Yeah.
To be and to you guys, to everybody in the media and all the friends there who've done all these interviews and who are taking this information to people कि ये लोग आ रहे हैं और ऐसी फिल्म आ रही है. So a
Right.
big thank you to you guys also.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much. We hope to see you tomorrow with everybody in Dubai, and good luck. Good luck.
Yes, you're coming, right?
Yes. Yes, I'm coming.
I'll
I'm
see you
coming.
tomorrow. Thank
See
you
you.
so much.
Bye. See you.
Thank you. Bye bye.